Alright, this is Rod with RockJamGuitar, and today we're going to be talking about power chords, okay? So let's get to it. So power chords, okay? Whenever we're playing power chords, we're only playing tonic and perfect fifths. So tonic and fifths, okay? So let's get an example here just to make this clear. If we're playing a C major chord, then we're playing tonic, major third, and perfect fifth. So in the case of C major chord, for example, we're playing the tonic, C, the major third, the E note, and the perfect fifth, the G note. So those three notes, they make a C major chord, okay? Now let's try to play a C power chord. All that we have to do is ignore the E, ignore the major third. Then we have a C power chord. C, G, and C again, the octave. So let's use those power chords and let's just play a little song, a little chord progression, and let's do something on the style of Nirvana, that kind of like 90s alternative rock kind of feel, okay? So for this one that we're going to be doing today, we're going to be using an F sharp power chord, okay? And the fret numbers for this one would be 2nd fret on the low E string, 4th fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, okay? So this is our first chord. Our second chord is going to be a B power chord. For this one, we're going to be playing the 2nd fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, and the 4th fret again on the G string. Then right after that, we're going to go to an A power chord, which is going to be the 5th fret on the low E string, 7th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the D string. And our last chord is going to be a D power chord, and we're going to be dealing with 5th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the D string, and 7th fret on the G string, okay? So F sharp, B, A, and D, okay? Now let's talk about some strum patterns here, and we're going to do that in a close-up. So for this song, it's quite simple here on the left hand, but we have some kind of special techniques with our right hand here. So let's take care of that really quick, okay? So for our first chord, our F sharp, and remember we're only dealing with power chords for this lesson. So for the F sharp, we're going to be doing something like this. So just 3. And then one thing that I like to do is kind of lift my fingers from the frets. So I'm not pressing the strings anymore, I'm just touching them. So I can get that kind of like muting sound. Does that make sense? That sound, that kind of like muffled sound there. So it'll be. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So, and then we're gonna go to the B chord. So kind of the same pattern that we did with the F sharp. And then after that, I like to do kind of an open strings there to help my transition to the A. So it's kind of the same thing that you do with the F sharp and the B, you're gonna do for the A and the D. So once again, really slow this time. So that was another lesson. This time was just dealing with power chords. Stay tuned for more lessons.